Hi guys, so here I'm Rory here, co-founder of Sublime Trading, here with a daily update for the UK and US indices for Monday the 1st of June. Okay guys, hope you're well, hope you had a lovely weekend. So 1st of June today, meaning that the candlestick for May has closed, which it would have done on Friday, being the last trading day of the month. So starting with the Ftse 100, bullish month in May, attempted to break through the high of April but actually closed below it. So price still very much in consolidation. Seeing a little bit of bullishness at the start of the month, start of the week. So now it's just a waiting game to see how the month plays out and if we will get that breakout to the upside. Moving across to the US indices, all three had very bullish months. All three, that's the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, all trading above the high of April, all closed above the high of April, particularly the S&P 500, which is our primary driver. We can see that price closed above the 200 simple moving average, held above the 200 simple moving average, and we now want to see that area hold as support throughout the rest of June, and we want to see price start moving towards that all-time high, current all-time high. On the Dow Jones, we want to see price break and close above the 200 moving average, and on the Nasdaq, well, we just want to see price continue to the upside and break through the current all-time high, which isn't too far above current price action. So an interesting month ahead now. The other point to note is that we are entering the summer months, June, July, August. Price does tend to slow down. It may go into consolidation. You never know. I mean, we've had an interesting start to the year with COVID-19, so who knows how the summer months play out. But generally what happens is the markets tend to go a little bit quiet. But as always, we let price dictate. We don't second guess the market. We let price dictate. So, having said that, let's keep an eye out on price action. Let's see if we do continue to see bullishness to the upside through the rest of June. Okay guys, let's get into the charts. So guys, if you're new to these daily updates, then I recommend starting with the recording that's pinned to the top of our Facebook page, so that you get a good understanding of what I go through in these charts. As always, this is our 3-screen setup. We have the monthly in the top left, weekly in the top right, and our daily chart down here across the bottom. Starting with the Ftse 100 on the monthly time frame, we can see April was a bullish month. That was followed by a bullish month in May, and we can see so far at the start of June, we're seeing a little bit of bullishness. If we move across to the weekly time frame, we can see prices below the 200 moving average and the 50 simple moving average, and we can see this bullish move to the upside since March. And if we come down to the daily time frame, we can see prices still below the 200 moving average. It's above the 20 and the 50 simple moving average. But if you look at Friday's bar, we can see that Friday's bar took price below the high of April. So currently price is back inside this area of consolidation. What we want to see now is a break in the close above the high of May to suggest strength towards the 200 moving average. We can see that price is still trading above the 6,000 round number, so that's positive, but we need to see a breakout to the upside now to see strength towards that 200 moving average. Moving across to the Dow Jones, starting with the monthly time frame, we can see that the month of May closed higher than the month of April, which is a positive sign suggesting strength towards the high of last year. On the weekly time frame, price above the 200 moving average but below the 50 simple moving average. Again, we had a gap up at the start of the week, and that momentum followed through towards the end of the week. We now want to see that continue through the 50 simple moving average and towards the current all-time high. On the daily time frame, price is still below the 200 moving average but above the 20 and the 50 simple moving averages. Again, we can see price printed a new high in May, but ultimately what we want to see now is that high of May cleared, the 200 moving average cleared, and then strength towards the current all-time high. Moving to the S&P 500, we can see that May broke and closed above the high of April. So now we want to see price follow through, the momentum follow through towards the high of 2019. On the weekly time frame, price above the 200 and the 50 simple moving average. So we saw price close above the 50 simple moving average as well as the 3,000 round number. And we can see that in more detail on the daily with price closing above the 200 moving average and the 3,000 round number, above the 20 and the 50 simple moving averages. This is a positive sign now for
bullish bias now in the market. This is where we're looking for long opportunities now. Ultimately, we want to see this support zone hold strong and strength back towards the current all-time high. If we do see any weakness, then the 20 simple moving average will be the next area of support. The final chart we will look at is the Nasdaq, very much leading the way. We can see April closed above the high of last year. May is now very much above the high of last year. It found support and we saw strength towards the current all-time high. We now want to see price breaking closer above this current area of resistance. On the weekly, price is very much above the 200 and the 50 simple moving average. If you look at last week's price action, it was a bearish week. The bulls came in and pushed price back up. And we can see that in more detail on the daily. Price above the 200, the 50 and the 20 simple moving averages. They're all aligned as well. You can see how the 20 is above the 50 is above the 200. That's because price is very much in this bullish trend. We had a strong end to the week last week, but we want to see a break and a close above the current high of May to suggest a continuation towards the current all-time high. And then once this is cleared, then we are in new bullish territory in terms of price creating new all-time highs. Moving to the S&P 500 mini, which gives us an indication of pre-market action, we can see that June is looking slightly bullish at the start of the month. On the weekly, price is holding above the 50 and is above the 200 simple moving average. And on the daily time frame, we can see that price is still above the 200 moving average. We want to see this area hold strong as support. We really want to see the momentum start coming in and pushing price towards this current all-time high. So as things stand, June is set to potentially continue with this bullish momentum, but of course we need to let price dictate that. But ideally we want to see that 200 moving average hold strong as support, and we want to see price move towards that current all-time high. So that's me for today, guys. Please like, comment and share. Let's get these recordings out there. Let's get people understanding how to use these indices correctly to build a solid investment portfolio. And I will be back on tomorrow's update.